And for many of us, the word mystery is enough to discount something. Just say, okay, well, we can't figure it out. If you can't prove it to me, then it's not true. And I understand that thinking. I feel that way about a lot of things. Our society, our American society, was born in an era of history called the Age of Enlightenment, or the Age of Reason. That's just historically what they call the era from the late 1600s to the early 1800s in which America was really birthed. And we still carry a lot of the DNA of that era. Enlightenment thinking argued for the supremacy and rationalism of empirical data. What that means is that it's the belief that we should be able to gain knowledge through reasoning our way through it. And if we can't reason our way through it, if we can't look at the evidence and follow along and come to a conclusion based on evidence that we can see and feel and touch and understand, then it must not be right. We should be able to find evidence to reason through, evidence for our conclusions. And again, I think that's really good. I think there's a lot of great value in that. I think most of us should do more research before declaring what we believe to be true. Social media would lose half its content, and I'm okay with that. But we should research before posting and concluding and doing some things. I think that is great. But if everything is discoverable, and if we can only believe that which we can see, touch, and investigate, then at that point, mystery is the enemy. Or at the very least, mystery is a problem to be solved. And yes, we have made some incredible discoveries as human beings by treating mystery and unknown as a problem to solve and investigate and go after, rather than as a beautiful thing to accept. But there's so many things that we don't understand, and we probably never will. Why does love at first sight happen for some people and not others? We could study some brain chemistry, but why some and not others? Why are yawns contagious? We don't even know why we yawn, let alone why they're contagious. Or why, when I say the word yawn, some of you are like feeling the need to stifle one now just because I said the word. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. It's just because I said the word. Anyway, why do cats get the zoomies at the worst times possible? As far as I'm sure, it's because they're cats. I don't know. They like ruining things. That's what I know. Why do millions of baseball fans believe that their team will hit better if the fan wears their hat inside out and backwards, but only in the late innings and only when their team is behind? Why is that? Things we will never know. If you're a Mariners fan, you wear a shoe on your head? I don't know how that's any better. I don't understand. Boy, could we have used some shoe magic last night, though. Anyway, that's another thing altogether. Mystery is not always the enemy. Mystery does not always prevent progress and goodness and truth. Sometimes mystery is a good story. Sometimes mystery motivates us to explore, to love, to really get to know somebody. Mystery does not prevent our relationship with God. Mystery doesn't stop or prevent our relationship with God. We don't have to figure out everything about how and why a divine being, our creator, all-knowing and all-powerful, does things. In fact, and I know this can just feel like a write-off, but it's just true. If all things of God were knowable, we'd be able to reduce God to a human level or to a science problem, and then that's not much of a God at all. In fact, mystery is a necessary part of our relationship with God. Mystery is a necessary part of our relationship with God, which is not to say that we just shrug and go, oh, well, I don't know. It's all a mystery on things that we have real hard questions about. Like, please, by all means, ask the hard questions, wrestle with the hard questions. And please, church, if somebody brings you a hard question, Sit with the question, wrestle with the question. I know it's our rush to go, hey, it's a mystery and we just have to act on faith. Or, well, you just need to have enough faith. And sometimes that's true. But let's sit with the hard questions. Let's ask them. I'm not trying to deny or diminish those at all. I bring this up simply to say that this idea that people of science are smart and people of religion are dumb or willingly naive just isn't true. We don't need to dumb this down. We need to be wise enough to accept that mystery is not the enemy. Mystery is a foundation of wonder. And wonder is the first steps of awe, and awe is an act of worship.